Okay, so this time we're going to have a discussions about referencing style and format. Of course, referencing style and format in thesis writing are crucial components that ensure the credibility and integrity of your research. They encompass a set of guidelines and rules for citing sources and organizing bibliographic information within your thesis. We need to consider, of course, the consistency and clarity, no? Acknowledging sources, formatting guidelines, accessibility and verification, and adaptability of field standards. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I am Mary Grace Baliega, and I will be discussing the chapter 14, referencing style and format. So, as Doc said, in every academic work, like thesis, dissertation, and research, referencing is an crucial part of the academic work. It is the like putting the other works context and demonstrating the information you gathered through your research and acknowledging others work. It also allows you to acknowledge the contribution of others writers or researchers that contributed into your research. It also the do you call this a way a way to provide evidences to support any informations that we have in our research, and claiming your own assignments like citing experts in your field, showing your market and the discipline and the navigation of your way through the chosen field or study. Referencing also is important to researchers for us to be accurate, allowing us or our readers to trace the sources of information that we have used. So in this topic, we have the references, bibliography, and in-text citation. I will be discussed later their meaning, their differences, their examples, and next will be the differences, different style, of writing references. We have here the APA or APA, American Psychological Association style, the MLA or the Modern Language Association, then the Chicago Manual of Style, and the IEEE or the Institute for Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Also, we have here the Harvard Style of Referencing and Royalty Society of Chemistry Style. Excuse me. Next, I will also discuss the plagiarism, its meaning and importance, and the tips to prevent plagiarism. So let's move to what is references. So we have here. So what is reference? It is a detailed description of the document from which you have obtained your information. So we have here the importance of using references. So number one, we as a researchers, referencing give us the credit to others' work, which we used for our reference and notifying others or our readers the sources that we gathered. Next is it also enables others to follow up on our work. So not only we are crediting the other's work, but updating also the work of others by referencing it through our research. Then next is the plagiarism, or avoids charges of plagiarism. So we all know that plagiarism is like copying others' work without crediting them, like owning others' work. We all know that it is illegal. Okay. So next is required to support all significant statements. It allows the readers to refer back to any external material. Like it is that information or that idea is not your own and clear stated and well discussed. Next is used to indicate the origin of material and source for research and further reading. So one of importance of using the of referencing is like it provides the reader with such an indication of its quality and authority of the material you are referencing or we are referencing, like publishing articles, journal, unpublished opinions, popular online websites, and many other sources we can find. Next is to make the work, informative. So we in every research, referencing helps us to have a clear and of course informative and quality type of research by using references. Next is to get recognized and authentication of the work. So it is why all the readers see if we as a researchers have included the up-to-date work and material that we've used in our research. It also materializing and centralizing the topic of our research. Next is to help the researcher to find the original source. So using references, if our research will be used on the future work of others, referencing helps the future researcher to study and find the original source, of course. So next slide is what is bibliography. So it is a list of books or other sources of information that we have referenced or consulted when writing your thesis. So all of us knew that bibliography is just a short explanation of or the list of sources that we've used in our references for our research, thesis, and dissertation. So it's listed. So quote, as you can see, it is an example of quote and paraphrase. So the difference is quote is a brief extract or passage from text, speech, or conversation that we used, cited by someone else, or worked by someone else. So it's like quotation, the act of quoting or citing someone's words or message. So it's like we, on this example, we use the apostrophe and the original author or author of the message according to Alport 1971. So 1971 is the year or was the year Alport created that message or work. Then paraphrase, we all know what is paraphrasing. It is the restatement of other piece with new words while keeping the same meaning, like reformulating the context. So we also discussed the in-text citation. So an in-text citation is the brief form of the reference that you include in the body of your work. It gives enough information to uniquely identify the source of your reference list. The brief form usually consists of family name of the authors and the year of publication. So it's like here, the example paragraph of in-text citation. So we can see Derwing et al. Then close parentheses, the year of publication, which is 2022. And we also have here Thomas. For everybody's information, et al. Is a short term for the Latin term et alia, meaning and others. So for here, a few researchers in the linguistic field have developed training programs designed to improve native speakers' ability to understand accented speech, meaning Derwing and et al., Derwing and others. So we have here the references. We have here Derwing, Rossitier, and Munro, and their journal, which entitled Teaching Native Speakers to Listen to Foreign Accented Speech, and their book, Journal of My Multilingual and Multicultural Development. Book or research, rather. So next, we proceed with the different styles of writing references. So different style of writing references, we all know how to make reference or making a reference on the end of our study or research. A minute, please. So we have here the American Psychological Association style or the APA. So it is widely used in social sciences for education, psychology, and sciences. So we have here the APA 7th citation examples on how bibliography or references would be in our research. Like, so in a material type, as a book, if we used a book for our research, in text citation, we all know that we use the last name and the year of publication. Then for the bibliography will be like this what do you call this? Um, um, template. Your the author's last name, initials for the first name and middle name, then year of publication, then the uh the title of his or her book. So for a chapter in an edited book, so we have here like in text citation, we all know that it is like this. last name, and the year of publication. And for the bibliography will be like this. We have here the last name, initials again, the year of publication, then uh what is the topic or the name of the research, then the title of the book and the edition and which page will be found, and the author or the title of the book. Book. Then for the article in a print journal, so for the bibliography will be like this. It is quoted or we use apostrophe for the title of the journal, and the journal itself. I mean, the market in Plato's Republic is the topic, sorry, and the classical philology is the journal. Then the page also indicated for the bibliography. So it's like also here in an article or of using an electronic journal, we have here the in bibliography, we need to break down or listed the names or the last names of the authors, then the title of the book or the research. Then, if since it is an electronic journal, we need to uh, attach or type the website. Then for the website, of course, also indicated the website of the research or book or uh, thesis that you used for your research. So next, we have here the continuation for APA. So if we find that there's missing for that references for author, we need to in text citation the source title, then the year of publication. If the missing element is date, we need to have write the uh, name of the what do you call this? Name of the author, then ND, meaning no date. If there's no date, okay. Then for page number, either we use the alternative locator or omit the page number. So if it's like this, chapter 4 or like the last name or year of publication. Then we proceed for MLA citation style or the modern language association, which commonly used by students and academics in the humanities. So we have here many more example and material type. So it's the same almost to APA on how we cited the works of different material types. So let's proceed to the Chicago Manual of Style. So generally used by business, history, and fine arts. So this citation style incorporates rules of grammar and punctuation common in American English. So we also um, like on APA and MLA on how we need to have a bibliography style. So for a book in print, we need to a full name of the author, then the title of his or her work. Then we also need to include the title of the book and the page number. So for a journal in a an article in a print journal, we need also to uh, provide the full name of the author, then quoted the title of the journal or the article, then the journal and the page number and the year of publication. For an article in an electronic journal, we need to provide the file or the website that we've downloaded it. Then for also the for a website, we need the complete complete details for the website. So we have the Google privacy policy. So we have here the www. Yeah. Next is we have here the continuation. So it is mainly used as far as I'm concerned. mm, we also tend to use this type of bibliography or in-text citation. So for a book, we also have here in Chicago Manual of Style, we have that in-text citation of the last name of the author, the year of publication, and the page number. Then for the bibliography, the full name of the author, the year of the publication, the title of the book also indicated. So in a print or in an article for a print journal, for the bibliography, full name of the author, the year of publication, then we quoted the title of the article and the journal itself. We also need to include the page number. Then same as well for the website. If we use website and an article for in an electronic journal. So we also need to put the website for the bibliography. So next is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEEE. So a professional organization supporting many branches of engineering, computer science, and information technology. So we have here in-text citing using IEEE is not necessarily to mention the author's name, the page used, or the date of publication. Instead, we refer the source with a number in a bracket, square bracket. So it's like example like here, like this. So that will correspond to the full citation in your reference list. So it's like this for IEEE. We don't need to put the title of the author and the year of publication. We just need the um, bra- bracket, square bracket, and the number. So the number is uh, as it is the referred method to list each number separately. So using comma or dash between numbers such as like this. So next is the continuation. So it's like this. For IEEE, works cited or bibliography will be like this. It's numerical and with square bracketed. We have here we don't need the full name, but put the last name and the name of the book. So we have also here for thesis or dissertation, the name of the article or thesis. Then we also need here the complete dissertation or department for that thesis or dissertation that we used. Come on. Ayan. So next is the Harvard style of referencing and the Royal Society of Chemistry style. Then last is the Vancouver style. So for Harvard style of referencing, it is also the guide which Harvard style referencing based upon the advice in the Cite Them Right 2016 10th revision and expanded that this is the style of Harvard that the University of Sheffield supports. So referencing in the Harvard style is a two-part process. One is the citation in the text, and the next is or the second one is the reference list. So the citation in the text is the brief indication of the source within the text of your work. And for the reference list, we also know that it is a complete list of all the cited references that we used in our work with full bibliographic details to allow the reader to follow up these references and to find the original text. For the Royal Society of Chemistry style, it has a specific referencing style. It is numerical style where citations are given within the text or superscript. Then for the Vancouver style, citations within the text of the essay or papers or research are identified by the Arabic numbers. So next is so there's also part of our research thesis or dissertation that we don't need to reference when, of course, number one, writing your own observation or experiments. Two, writing about your own experiences. For example, a reflective journal. Then the third one is writing your own thoughts, comments, or conclusion in research. Also, opinions of your own. Number four, evaluating offering your own analysis. Of course, it's your own opinion or analysis. Next, using common knowledge, facts that can be found in numerous places and are likely to be known by a lot of people. So it's like common sense. We don't need to reference it. Then lastly is using generally accepted facts or information. So next is the plagiarism. So we all know that plagiarism is a term used to describe a practice and involves knowingly taking and using other person's work and like claiming it directly or indirectly as your own. So it's from Neville, 2007, in his article. So we have here the list of plagiarism eh, and some specific forms of plagiarism. So number one, turning in someone else's work as your own. So it's like you're not crediting others, that author or that researcher's work, and you take it as your own. Number two, copying words or ideas from someone else without giving credit. So it's like also type or one form of plagiarism. It's like your own it's like you're owning others' work or ideas. Next is failing to put a quotation or in quotation marks. So we have a while ago we noticed the quotation marks that we need for the bibliography part of our research or thesis or dissertation. It's like um, putting the title of that author or researcher in your work, and it's if we don't use that quotations, it's like you're owning, or it's like you put that type of article or reference, but it's not informative. Next is giving incorrect information about the source of quotation. Yeah. So also changing words but copying the sentences structure of a without giving credit. So we all know how to paraphrase, but we need also to put the original ideas from whom that ideas or research or thesis came from. Next is copying so many words or ideas from a source that it makes up most of your work. So whether you give credit or not, um, it's like you're adding more information, but you just copy that words or that ideas from others, and you just add up on claiming that it's your own or your most of your work. So we have here the 4 tips to prevent plagiarism. So one, take good notes. So taking notes will also help us give ideas or information. Also, if we taking notes, it's like we observe everything around around everything for our research. Next is cite correctly. So in our research, we need to use in-text citation correctly. Next is use quotes effectively. So the quotation marks for crediting others' work in our research is one tip for preventing plagiarism. Then lastly is paraphrasing correctly. So it's not like your we it's not like we copy others' ideas, but using paraphrase, it's like mm, taking taking our ideas and other ideas, add someone's ideas into one. So that conclude my topic. So thank you for listening. We have here Neil Armstrong. Research is creating new knowledge. Thank you for listening and have a great day, everyone.